Alright, how's it going, you guys? Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I definitely appreciate it. So I've got a video for drivers today. So yesterday was the 4th of July, and so that seems like a very appropriate time to ask the question, should we drive on holidays? So what I've got for you today is I've got a list of 3 pros, 3 cons. 3 reasons I think we should drive, 3 reasons that might discourage us from driving on a holiday. Yeah, as I said, yesterday was the 4th of July. I drove. In just a moment, I'm going to tell you how it went. I'm going to tell you how much I made. And yeah, so my name is Matt, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you have not already subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do that. And really big favor, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Alright, you guys, so let's get into this. Pros and cons. Pros and cons of driving on a holiday. Let's do a pro. So it definitely felt busier yesterday, especially certain times of the day, certain times of the evening. There were events going on in different cities, and there was a huge rush to get a ton of people to the events, one after another. There were a couple of situations where the demand must have been really high, because I got a passenger request, and it included an $8.10 bonus just for accepting the ride. And so it definitely felt busier, definitely some opportunity to make money. And I guess this is a good time to kind of share with you. So last night yesterday I drove for almost 6 hours. I drove 10 rides. I got 3 tips in the app that you'll be able to see, and another cash tip. So I made $120, which comes out to about $20 an hour. And like I said, 6 hours, 10 rides, $120. I cut it short. I kind of wanted to have the best of both worlds. I wanted to go out and make some money. I thought once I hit 120, okay, that's good. And I went ahead and that was it. 6 hours, pretty good. All right. So that's what I did. And I generally drive more than that in a day, but it was a holiday, so I'm talking about pros and cons. I cut it short after 6 hours. So let's jump over to a con. So why shouldn't you drive on a holiday? So during holidays, there's going to be a lot of drinking. There's a lot of alcohol involved, which increases your risk of having a mess in your vehicle, vomit in your vehicle, and just crazy people in your vehicle that have been drinking, and maybe they're eating. And so just an increased level of alcohol consumption and an increased risk on your vehicle. That would be con number 1. Let's jump into another pro, number 2. One thing that I found yesterday was a ton less traffic. When I first opened up the app, my very first trip was an airport trip. And if you're familiar with the 405, if you're familiar at all with Southern California, Los Angeles area, going to LAX, driving on the 405, it's considered one of the busiest freeways in the entire country. So to get on the freeway at 3 p.m., 2 p.m. I think it was, and really not hit any traffic at all the way to the airport, that is so rare. And it's because not as many people were on the road. It was a holiday. A lot of people had the day off. So that was great. I was able to cruise right in. It's also better on gas mileage. Not a lot of stop and go. Smooth ride right into the airport. So the freeways and the roads were just not as busy as normal. That is definitely a pro. I appreciated it. I liked it. So shifting over to a con number 2. So family time. It's a holiday. You may have kids. I have a son. And when you're out driving, you're missing out on some family time. So that is something that you have to consider. Now, working on a holiday is pretty normal. A lot of people do it, a lot of people don't, depending on what you do for a living. You know, I stopped at Starbucks, of course, while I was out driving yesterday, and Starbucks was open. There were people in there working. So a lot of people do work. Now, if you have an option, great. You can take the day off, great. You work in a business that closes for holidays, even better. You probably get holiday pay, great. So you have to make those decisions, though. Family time, con number 2, yeah, because you have to balance it. And if you choose to drive, you're going to lose a little family time. Shifting back to pros, the third and final pro. So I definitely found yesterday, and I'm guessing with other holidays as well, people seem a little bit more festive. You know, I start driving early in the morning on a normal basis, and I drive a lot of people to work. And they're very focused on work. They're very serious. They might be making a phone call or two about work. They're not exactly festive, I guess you could say. Where yesterday people were in a great mood. They were on their way to a fireworks show or a party. Conversation was great. They were having a good time. So the people, they just seem, during a holiday, they're just a little bit more festive. It's just a little bit more fun. So that's a pro. Final pro number 3 there. The cons. So I'm an animal lover. I hope you are too. I have a dog. It's a bulldog. His name is Rambo. I'll share a picture of him on my channel at some point. And he's part of the family. So the noise of the fireworks scares the animals. It's actually a day of the year where owners lose a lot of animals because they don't secure them in their yard, or however they need to be secured, doors locked, and they get out because they're scared. And I hate that. I hate that about this particular holiday. But I got home and I cut my night short, as you know, and I get home and Rambo is up on the couch, and he's kind of in between these what do you call those, just little throw pillows. He's in between the throw pillows, which he normally isn't. Usually he's on top of the throw pillows. He's a bulldog. He sits wherever he wants, and he's between them. So I could tell he was scared, and he was so happy to see me. So that to me is a con. I would have much preferred to stay home and make sure he was comfortable, and the fireworks, the noises weren't scaring him, but I needed to get out and make some money, so I did. And then I got home and gave him the hugs and the attention that he needs. So 3 pros, 3 cons. That's what I made yesterday. That's kind of how my night went. Let me know what you're thinking. Did you work? How much did you make? How did it go? Any bad situations? How many hours did you work yesterday? Go ahead and throw some information in the comments. Let's share some information. And that's what I've got today. So you need to decide. Are you going to work on a holiday? It's up to you. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much. Drive safe out there. Be safe. Take care. And we'll see you next time.